Hello everybody and welcome to another PowerPoint presentation. It's called Multimedia. Explain about what is multimedia, its usage and applications, its history, its impacts, its conclusions and disadvantages of multimedia, and why is it important multimedia, and why is it important in education to use multimedia. To explain or start the beginning and present my title. There's multimedia title page. Okay, now what is multimedia? Multimedia is content that uses a combination of different content forms such as text, audio, images, animations, video, and interactive content. Multimedia contrasts with media that use only rudimentary computer displays such as text-only or traditional forms of printed or hand-produced material. Multimedia can be recorded and played, displayed, interacted with or accessed by information content processing devices such as computerized and electronic devices, but can also be part of the live performance. Multimedia devices are electronic media devices used to store and experience multimedia content. Multimedia is distinguished from mixed media in fine art. For example, by including audio, it has a broader scope. In the early years of multimedia, the term rich media was synonymous with interactive multimedia, and hypermedia was an application of multimedia. So that's really what multimedia is. This next slide tells us about the usage and the application of the multimedia. So, what uses and applicates the multimedia? It's creative industries, education, social work, language communication, journalism, engineering, mathematical and scientific research, and medicine. Those are the main usage and applications of multimedia. This next slide now tells us about the advantages of multimedia. So, it enhances the effect of text presentations. It improves and retains the attention of the audience. It provides high quality video images and the audio. It can be used for educational as well as entertainment purpose. Multimedia presentations can be modified very easily. It frees the teacher from routine tasks, and it gathers information about the study results of the student. Very handy. Those are the good main advantages of the multimedia. Next one will tell us about the disadvantages of multimedia. So the first disadvantage is installing hardware and software for multimedia. It's very expensive. It is difficult to configure multimedia hardware and software. It requires high quality hardware and software, and the multimedia hardware is not always compatible over all the platforms online. Those are the four disadvantages of multimedia. Now this is the impact of multimedia. Positive and negative impact of media. The multimedia has become the lifeline modern entertainment industry. It not only provides information but also helps the dissemination of ideas to every nook and corner of the globe. The medium of the media can be different, such as the television, the radio, the newspapers, or the internet, but they serve the same purpose. Multimedia has a positive impact on cognitive achievement, academic achievement, comprehension, and application. Multimedia learning systems consist of animation and narration, which offer a potentially venue for improving the student understanding, for the students to understand better about multimedia. So those are great impacts of multimedia. This is now about the history of the multimedia. So since the late 1970s, desktop computers used in the home and office have evolved into simplistic systems that help us get our jobs done, deliver information, and provide entertainment. Presents a timeline of some of the key technologies that have contributed to the evolution of multimedia computers. Do not worry if some of these terms, especially the ones returned hardware, seems unfamiliar to you right now, because they will be discussed in detail later in the multimedia book has been made, and the main point is multimedia technology did not happen overnight. Multimedia technology has changed the way we look at computers. The first computers were seen as single-purpose machines that solved incredibly complex mathematical problems. During the 1960s, mainframe computers were used to manage large corporate databases and financial systems. The 1970s were terminals through an organization being used for publishing and information management. The 1980s brought the desktop computer, so everyone could have a computer or his or her desktop for word processing. It worked for Microsoft Word, spreadsheets, which is Microsoft Excel, and even games online. Bringing the computer to the individual in the office, in the home, and the classroom meant looking at a computer as more than just a fancy typewriter or animated bookkeeper. Those are great facts about history of the multimedia. So why is multimedia important? Multimedia content can help boost your conversion rates and change how users interact with your social media accounts. Competing for people's attention is difficult, and because the human brain processes visual information much more quickly than it processes text information, multimedia content is a fantastic way to interact with potential customers. That doesn't mean you have to overspend to create multimedia content. Certainly, you need to set aside a budget for some high quality multimedia content, but be worth your while in the long run. Learn all you can about multimedia content so you can know who to hire or where to start your investment, your dollars, your euro or your sterling. Free information online will also teach you about the different styles of multimedia content so that you can decide how to best spend your content on your marketing budget. Even simple videos answering frequently asked questions or giving how-to advice are great resources for small businesses to produce their profits and their products online on multimedia. So that's mainly what multimedia is, genuine important. Now, why is multimedia important to education? Today, multimedia has become an important part of education all over the world. Now, education institutes have become more conscious. Without multimedia, students are better able to comprehend what taught at school, college, or university. Learning becomes more effective for them when multiple senses work together. human mind catches immediately and absorbs. With the use of graphics and EDC, there increases some students in assessment when they are taught through multimedia. When curriculum is carefully planned and highly effective. A computer and blurred, extremely sharp images were rather higher than the ability to grasp further. Or the Okay, this is the final slide on this presentation. It is called the conclusion of multimedia. The field of educational technology is making rapid advances in this digital age. Web 2.0 technologies offer great promise to the field of education and are steadily gaining acceptance both inside and outside the traditional classroom. Because of the increased availability and reliance on media-based instruction, it is more important than ever to consider cognitive learning theories when designing instructional materials. Multimedia learning theory gives educators and instructional designers an important weapon to draw upon as they develop digital content for their courses. Media has been an important tool in education from the beginning, but with digital create more important than ever to keep in mind the ideas represented in multimedia learning theory. Now before I want to check the presentation and its slides. Okay, I'll check the slides. Advantages of multimedia. Disadvantages of multimedia. Impact of multimedia. Now into the history of multimedia. Why is multimedia important? Slide. Why is multimedia important in education? Slide. No issues? Okay, now the conclusion. No issues. Okay, that's everything checked. Everything checked very well. No issues, except there's 2 issues on accessibility. It's just mainly icons and images, but all spellings are all checked. So that's it. I wish you all luck in the future. I hope you enjoyed this presentation very well. It has been very interesting. It has been very historic. Very good to learn about what happened in multimedia in the past, the present, and what's going to happen in the future. So thank you all for watching this and have a good day, and I'll see you all very soon. Adios.